Welcome, architecture enthusiasts.
Today, we invite you to come along to Rockford, Illinois, where a unique masterpiece awaits, the Laurent House.
Designed by the legendary Frank Lloyd Wright, this residence stands apart as the only home created by Wright with wheelchair accessibility in mind.
The Laurent House is not just an architectural gem, it's a testament to thoughtful design.
For 60 years, the Laurent family called this place home, where it was meticulously maintained. In fact, it is widely acclaimed as one of the best preserved Wright homes.
Join us for a tour of one of Frank Lloyd Wright's most significant works.
Hey, we are in Rockford, Illinois.
We are getting ready to tour a Frank Lloyd Wright home. Very excited to see this. This is one of a kind. It was the only home ever built for someone that was in a wheelchair.
Thanks for being here.
But as a result of the Great Depression, the demand for Wright's expensive prairie houses pretty much dried up. So basically, he decided he had to come up with a less expensive house. Okay, and what made it less expensive? Well, one of his first things was get rid of the full basement. His comment was, it's nothing but an invitation for play. And certainly every time I go into my basement, I can't dispute that fact. Although my house is a competition in the basement and the garage, but we won't digress on that. This house gets its name from Kenneth and Phyllis Laurent. He met his wife Phyllis at the Trinity Lutheran Church in downtown Rockford. They got married in 1941. Because he decides he's going to write to Wright and ask him if he could build him a house. Basically, I'm paraplegic, I have $20,000 to spend, and I own a corner lot at Rural and Vale. Wright responds within a couple of weeks. We're interested, can't guarantee the price, who knows what costs are today.
After your docent provides a complete overview of the family who built this house, you will walk across the street to tour the house itself.
Now, the house gets designed in 1949. To give you an appreciation for the Frank Lloyd Wright Premium, a standard, conventionally constructed, two-bedroom, 1,400 square foot house in Rockford in the early 50s, somewhere between $10,000 and $15,000. This was $34,500. Certainly cheaper than a prairie house, but not cheap by any stretch.
This unique Usonian home is celebrated as one of the best preserved Wright homes in existence, with a distinctive mid-century design and a solar hemicycle footprint.
So they move in 1952. 1953, they adopt a son, Marc. 1957, they adopt a daughter, Jean. Oh, let me show you what the original house looked like. The addition got completed in 1960 at a cost of $10,000. Wright first designed these Taliesin tree lamps in 1933. And basically it gets its name from the vertical would be the trunk, the horizontal would be the branches and the leaves. Now, as you're going through this house, keep in mind this is a Usonian, which means there is no basement.
Instead of drawers, Wright designed all built-ins to be hinged doors to make access easier. The Laurent family cherished this home for nearly 6 decades. After their ownership, the Laurent House Foundation took up the responsibility for its care. This home is in pristine condition, with the original Wright-designed furniture and lighting.
Frank Lloyd Wright held this creation in high regard, recognizing it as one of his 38 most significant works. Furthermore, the American Institute of Architects of Illinois honored it by naming it one of the top 20 architectural treasures in the state of Illinois.
Now, the Laurents were always very respectful of the fact they had a Frank Lloyd Wright property. The china that Wright designed for the casual restaurant at the Imperial Hotel.
The Laurents took such great care of this house that they never hung pictures up with nails or allowed their children to tape posters to the walls. Instead, they used the built-in shelves to display their artwork.
This was their favorite spot when they'd come home from work. Phyllis would sit on the banquette, Kenneth either in his wheelchair or on the banquette, and have the cocktails look out into the backyard. Keep in mind this house predates ADA by 38 years. As far as Kenneth was concerned, this was 100% Kenneth compatible. He was often heard to quip that Wright blessed me with this house by allowing me to focus on my capabilities rather than my disabilities. And remember, this is a gentleman who became paraplegic at the age of 27. He lived to be a couple weeks shy of 93. Now, as far as ADA, which just predates by 38 years, they've got some problems with this, okay? We don't have paddle doorknobs. We don't have paddle faucets. We don't have grab bars. We have a curb here that prevents you from going into the shower. But remember, as far as Kenneth was concerned, it was 100% Kenneth compatible. Now you'll notice the back or the end of that tub isn't finished. Mm-hmm. And why is that? Well, basically the original one, which is displayed in this picture here, was shorter. This was a longer, nice tub, you know. But, mm-hmm. So if they would have finished it, then Kenneth would have had issues clearing it in his wheelchair. Remember, with organic architecture, try to minimize the verticals and emphasize the horizontals. There's the elliptical koi pond from this side. Now, the Laurents, notice the height of the brick wall. It's tall enough to conceal Kenneth's wheelchair, low enough to get an unobstructed view into the back.
Wright once said, "The mission of an architect is to help people understand how to make life more beautiful, the world a better one for living in, and to give reason, rhyme, and meaning to life." And for his clients, the Laurents, he did just that. We really enjoyed our time here. We have some other videos on Frank Lloyd Wright properties you might enjoy. Check them out.